Hey guys, this is Jeff, and before we begin the show this week, last week we got the tragic news that Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi passed away in an accident. And even if you weren't a sports fan, you probably knew who this man was. And judging by all the responses lately, you could tell that he touched and inspired so many people out there. And on behalf of the Curbside podcast, I just wanted to say that our thoughts and prayers go out to their family. And also, it's a reminder to go out and really show the people you love in your life how much you care for them, because you never know what the next day holds. And so, with that being said, let's begin the show.
Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?
Speeding?
No, it's because your intro sucks. Please step out onto the curbside.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Curbside Podcast, the podcast where we talk about cars and everything to do with cars. My name is Jeff. I drive a 2004 Honda S2000, and I am your fellow Southern Californian.
What's up, Jeffrey? How you doing today, man? It's middle of January. Everyone hates this time of year because there's really nothing to look forward to. Except the Curbside Podcast, bro.
Is the middle of January really? No, it's
well, it's
28th
like end
when
of
we're recording
January.
this.
Okay, well, it's like the end of January. Well,
and when this comes out, it's going to be on
January
February.
is useless, okay? There's nothing to look forward to. There's like no breaks, no like fun times coming until pretty much like summer.
Failing at New Year's resolutions.
Exactly, dude. Everyone's just in some sort of depression, but the Curbside Podcast is here to give you some sunshine on those cloudy days, Jeff. What's up, guys? I'm Parth. I forgot to say that. The shit that I've been talking about, that comes from me, Parth. I'm from Northern California. I drove a 2016 M3, and just trying to make your January brighter and happier. I mean, it's probably going to be February by the time you listen to it, so...
No, it's definitely going to be February by the time they listen to it.
Well, try to make your first week of February more nice.
Actually, this week will be the first week of February, so next week is like the second week of February.
Okay, you know what, Jeff? I'm just trying to make your shitty January, February better, all right? All right, we'll just leave it at that, okay? God damn it. The boy Andrew is not here today, unfortunately. He has a lot of work stuff going on today and this week. So he unfortunately will not be able to make it, but he made sure to tell you guys that he, says hi.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that he's tired and
Yeah.
sorry for not being on the show.
Yeah,
I think he said that, right?
Something like that. Something like that, yeah.
Anyways, how about we get started on this show?
Or we can just babble on more. Okay, yes, sorry.
I mean, that's fine too. That's what we do anyways, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so this week I wanted to talk about this. There's always that argument of cars are getting worse. You know, people who love classic cars, like back in the day, are like, oh, the new cars all suck. They're all ruining this stuff because it's all like safety and crap. Dying like a man was better, you know?
Yeah.
All that stuff. Well, we're not from the 60s.
No.
So we don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like safety stuff, you know?
Safety stuff is good.
Cars not breaking down all the time is also good.
Fantastic.
I mean, we do lose stuff as we move on in time, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, you know, talk about we lose like thin A-pillars and full-size spare tires and all, you know, all the typical like boring stuff, right? Let's talk about stupid stuff that we miss.
Oh, hell yeah.
Stupid features from, since we grew up in the
90s.
early 2000s, all the 2000s. We've been growing up in all the 2000s and part of the late 90s.
That's true.
Stuff that we miss from that time period, and maybe even stuff that we miss from, you know, olden day cars if we are so inclined. So let me start off.
Yeah, go.
First things first. Thing I miss from the late 90s, early 90s cars, whatever. pop-up freaking headlights.
How did I know that's gonna be on the list? Like, that's just something you miss. Everybody who loves cars misses those. Why is that?
Because they were just cooler.
That's true.
Right?
And it made the car look sleek in the day,
Yeah. And then when you turn on your lights, it was an event.
It was an event.
You turn up the switch and two eyeballs pop out of your once blind car.
Yeah.
And they were always round. So headlights, cars which had like thin like turn signals that looked angry and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like the Countach suddenly became googly-eyed and bobbly-eyed in a matter of seconds. Which is fantastic.
It's like, one of the all-time best cars with pop-up headlights, the F40. Right?
Yes.
Yes. It looked amazing. And then boop, the headlights come up and it's like, oh, that's cute. It's like this super serious Ferrari, like one of the best Ferraris ever, one of the best cars ever made. And the headlights come up. And then you're just like, hey, look at that.
Yep.
Didn't the F40 share its like pop-up headlights from another like regular ass car?
I don't know. Did it?
See, that's what people back in the day, these days, what do you have in common with like a LaFerrari, Jeff? Nothing.
Probably one 10mm bolt. No,
probably not
Ferrari
even that. Knowing Italians,
yeah.
knowing Italians, they probably use like 50 different types of bolts.
Yeah.
But the guy who was driving around in his Honda Civic from back then, he shared the same kind of pop-up design as an F40. You know what I'm saying?
My favorite was that the Lamborghini Diablo, I think, took their lights, their rear tail lights, straight from, I think it was the Nissan 300ZX or whatever.
Okay,
no, they took the headlights from that car.
Yes.
Directly from that car.
Yes, that's what it was. It wasn't that 40. It was the Diablo. Okay.
You know why? Because they replaced the pop-up headlights in the Diablo. And they couldn't be bothered to design their own headlights.
We made this car so somebody else can do the headlights.
Yeah.
You know what I missed, though?
Yeah. What?
This was my favorite feature. And, like, you had it up until, like, the early 2000s in some cars. Uh-huh. Retractable antennas, bro. Right? Those... I mean...
Okay, I have mixed feelings on those.
I mean, it's stupid.
It's super dumb,
Yeah.
right? But at the same time, again, it was an event every time you turned on the radio.
Exactly. And the best part I loved about it was you knew the radio was on when the antenna was up, because it was usually connected to like the power button of your like radio system and stuff. Yeah. So you push the power button, whoop, 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 comes up a 5-stage antenna. Hell yeah. And then some kid goes by on a skateboard and breaks it.
Or you drive into a drive-through wash machine and then you forget that it's...
Especially,
and then it's gone.
Especially if the antenna was like mounted in the rear, because then you can't see that.
The thing I liked about it was that it made your car look like a big RC car.
It did. It literally did, yeah.
Because it had the same type of like
it was the same
extendable
antenna.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, as to the remote. Yeah. Just one was manual and one was like...
Exactly, dude. See, that's the kind of stuff that... And now, like car manufacturers say, oh, we'll just put it in the wind, in the rear... What the hell is it called? Rear window.
Yeah, or that like freaking shark fin thing.
Yeah, or the shark fin. And you're just like, all right, well, bring back the pop-up antennas.
Boring. Like, honestly, as a kid, like, kids are missing out on this. Like, the two things that I was most excited about in cars were the pop-up antennas and the pop-up headlights.
What's with popping up things that, we seem
I don't
to
know.
like,
It's just anything more, like, mechanical, Anything with more moving parts is cool.
It was just cool. Like, literally, there's no reason for it. Like,
they break easier.
It's just a headache. So, I mean, I understand that. There's another mechanical thing, Jeff, that I miss from this era. The automatic seatbelt.
The automatic seatbelt. Okay.
You get in the car, you close the door, and it's I forgot how it works.
So, okay, this is how it works, okay?
Yeah.
It's usually attached to like the A pillar of the car.
Yeah.
On like a track. So you get in the car, sit down in the seat, turn it on, and then the automatic seatbelt will retract and become the cross belt. But you still had to buckle in the lap belt yourself.
Yes.
So the reason why this was a thing, the car companies had two choices. Either fit the cars with these automatic seatbelts or fit the cars with airbags.
Yeah. I like the automatic seatbelts better. I
To be
mean,
honest, as a kid, I love those things.
right?
I
Exactly.
would always see it and like, Dad, why don't we have those in our car?
Yeah.
Like, those are so cool, get automatic seatbelts. But now I look at it and I'm like, these things are so dumb.
Yeah. And like honestly, they weren't safe.
They weren't safe. You still had to buckle the lap belt yourself.
Yeah. But I just miss it because it was like every time you get in, it was cool.
I guess. Again,
moving
parts. Yeah, moving parts that make your drive the most menial of tasks.
Exactly,
Events.
dude. Like,
What else do you miss, Parth?
You know-
About old cars?
fucking hood ornaments, bro.
Hood or yeah, there's not a lot of hood ornaments around. Huh?
No, dude. Even like companies that like that was their defining thing, like Mercedes Benz.
I remember. Yeah,
Their star logo at the front of the car that popped up. Even they're removing it now. It's just a badge now.
but I mean they were useful too.
The hood ornaments?
Yeah,
How?
they let you know where the front of the car is.
Oh my god. Does freaking even like Rolls Royce or anybody do they still use hood ornaments or no?
Oh, Rolls Royce, heck yeah. Bentley still does. Jaguar used to, but yeah, Rolls Royce got the Spirit of Ecstasy. That's like the defining thing. You
Yeah,
could get
that's
in,
what
like,
it was. Yeah.
gold, or you could get it clear with a light up its butt. Yeah, and it like retracts into the grill. Yeah, no, seriously.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The description though, the description's the funny part.
You know what I miss though?
Uh-huh.
Speaking of Bentleys and whatnot,
Yeah.
I miss quality interiors.
Explain, please.
So right now, okay, we have cars, let's say on like maybe the lower end, not the luxury cars, you know, the fancy pantsies, Rolls Royce, Mercedes, BMWs, Lexuses, whatever, right?
Uh-huh.
A lot of these cars are just filled with plastic, different textured plastic.
Yeah.
Plastic
American
that
cars.
looks like metal, plastic that's got stitching in it now, plastic that's got like just plastic.
Yeah.
But back then you could get like Mustangs with these beautiful like wooden steering wheels with these amazing like chromed actual metal chrome spokes on them.
That's
And
true.
The dashes were like sometimes they were like painted metal, real wood. Like even low end cars had real wood in them.
Yeah. Like if you talk about like the luxury cars of today or like the more expensive brands, I'd say yeah, the interior is a lot better. Because I mean,
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
'cause
like
they took that old concept and just took it to the max.
yeah, and then just said you got to pay more for this now.
We've been robbed of that in the cars for the everyman, you know?
That's true.
I miss the days of, you buy a cheap car and you get a nice interior.
Yeah.
Like, it might have been a bare bones interior and you might have smashed your head into the metal dash when you crashed.
But the quality was good.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
You hit your head on the dash and you're like, oh, that's a good material.
I'm glad I have I have the good material in my car.
Okay, here's another thing I miss from old cars, though. One of the things I feel like we're losing more and more in modern day cars were basically all the features that were made basically for road trips, I would say.
Like
You know what I mean? Like, let's look at the VW camper bus.
Okay,
thing,
yeah.
the minibus thing.
Yeah.
Every single window on that car opened. You could open up the windshield. And on old cars, you had vent windows.
Oh, those are fantastic.
Yeah, why aren't vent windows a thing? Like, if you had a front quarter vent window and just like driving down the beach, you don't want to like open all the windows. You could just open that and get a nice breeze and whatnot.
Structural integrity.
That's bull crap. Screw that, man. Vent windows. More holes. More holes
Bro,
in
you
cars.
remember my 2004 RX-8?
Yeah.
That thing had vent windows in the back. It was
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah. Like even now, minivans, the most rear row doesn't have vent windows for some reason.
Yeah, and then you just die of suffocation and claustrophobia.
Oh, a lot of cars don't have this, but a lot of these old like 60s or 70s American like wagons,
Yeah.
they had this. They had roll down back windows.
Oh, yeah. Nobody does that anymore. Or kind of like the split tailgate, which only like Range Rover does now.
Yeah, exactly. They had the roll down window and then the tailgate would come down and then you could sit on there, have a picnic and whatnot.
Yeah. You can enjoy
I think
your
the
car.
only car that does the roll down rear window now is the 4Runner. I think.
Shit, really?
Yeah, the 4Runner still has a roll down back window, but it doesn't have like a tailgate. Which brings me to another thing, okay?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember? I mean, the cars were kind of dumb, but do you remember in the 90s, if you had a minivan, you could fold down the second row seats, and then the back of the second row seats, you had this like plastic thing with like a plastic cup holder thing.
Yeah.
Those things. Like, where have those things gone?
I think one time, I think it was Chrysler or somebody came out with a Pacifica that you could actually, like, if you remove the second row, like, seats, or the second row seats, like, swiveled, and you could have a table in the middle of your van.
Yeah, exactly. They had this, what they call the swivel and go seats.
Yeah.
I think they might still have that. I think they removed the table, though.
Damn it,
they
dude.
don't have the table
That
anymore,
table was fantastic. It was like a mini RV.
Yeah. I don't know if they have the swivel ones anymore. I don't think they have the swivel ones anymore.
I mean, it doesn't make sense, because somebody might die.
Yeah, but speaking of rear-facing seats, okay, another thing about these old American wagons, okay?
Yeah.
I miss the rear-facing seats in the back of wagons.
Oh, Tesla has that.
No, they don't have them anymore. I mean, like, they used to have that in the Model S.
Yeah.
But freaking the Model S wasn't a wagon. It was a freaking sedan, so if you sat in it, the glass was in your face.
I mean, it was also designed for, like, kids, I think.
Yeah, but also you're just basically roasting your children in the back of the car, basically. Like
That's what you do. You keep the most important ones that are most crucial for your retirement in the second row. Then you put the useless ones kind of in the back and hope that the sun does something.
Barbecued.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I miss those old. I actually miss those old wagons.
Yeah, I mean, old wagons. Nobody buys wagons anymore in this country. It's because of that shit that we lose all this nice wagon features.
To be honest, I really do kind of like the old wood panel side American wagon.
Yeah, like on Jeeps.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Jeep Grand Wagoneer.
Oh my god, that was
That
a
thing
classic
looks sick.
look. That was a classic
Yeah.
look, dude.
Even the Pontiac Aztec, okay? That was an ugly, stupid looking car, right?
Okay.
But the back tailgate, you could flip down.
Yeah.
And then it had like butt inserts, butt cutouts for you to sit on, and a cup holder in the middle. And then I think you control the sound system from the rear of your car.
Oh, that's cool.
The old CRV, the first generation CRV, you know the floor that usually is above your spare tire in the trunk?
Yeah.
So Honda, they put legs on that thing. If you were out for a picnic, you take out the rear floor. You
put the legs up.
Put the legs down, and you got a table.
That's fantastic. See?
Like, why don't we have these things anymore?
Because car manufacturers are more concerned with giving you an iPad to play with while you drive. Nobody gives a shit, because nobody's going to go have fun where they're going. They're just going to all be on their phones.
Here's what I would do. If I were making my own car company,
Yeah.
I would make a cool-looking minivan type deal, right?
I'd make a Rivian. That just covers it. You know what I would do? I'd get a van, and then I would have it so that, like, the second row seats, which, you can either have a middle one or you can just have two on their own, and then kind of like a pass-through in the middle.
Yeah.
I would have the two seats be able to extend out the doors, kind of like a chopper gutter seat. So you can be driving in the outdoors while just hanging out the car. That just sounds like fun, dude.
Do you get a gun with it?
We don't promote violence on this podcast.
You get a massive case of road rage.
Yeah, I mean,
You pull up to someone, open the sliding door. The chair comes out with your gun.
Minigun installation is extra. Cybertruck should do that.
Yeah. Then that would be cool, you know?
Yeah, if it had those
Then I'd
swinging
take
out
it.
seats, that would be. And then put the freaking, Elon Musk's flamethrower shit on it, mounted, bro, mounted.
Yes.
Then I would want one.
Then it has a reason to be bulletproof.
Exactly, dude. That's like some Terminator Salvation shit right there, dude.
So we might have got a little off topic, but what is there anything else you miss?
Yeah, I just miss the simplicity of them. Old cars. You unlock the door with a remote if you're lucky, because most of the time you're gonna put the key in, unlock the door, right? You put your key in the ignition slot, you turn the ignition, you take the gear selector, Jeff. They used to make proper gear selectors.
Ooh, gear selectors, not buttons.
No, and
Not the BMW joystick thing that doesn't move.
No, not buttons, not a little driving like wheel, not a freaking BMW joystick. You take your gear shift, you put it in drive, or you take your gear selector and you put it in first because you were driving a manual car.
Oh yes. You're telling me you don't like those gear selector dials? You don't like your gear selector to look exactly like your volume knob and your navigation knob?
Especially if it's a BMW, like my iDrive knob. No,
Why not? I don't see a problem with that.
no, there's no problem with that, is there? And why does it? I don't see a problem with it having to pop up every single time I want to change the driving mode I'm in.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? It's like, music's a little too loud. Reverse.
Oh, and I also miss just having one suspension on my car. The one that it came from factory that could do one thing, and it was built perfectly for the road, for performance driving, for off-roading, for whatever. I don't need 5 different modes of comfort, sport plus, sport track bullshit. Just give me a suspension you designed well.
Yeah, definitely. But how about this?
Yeah.
We've gone over stuff that we miss. What about the things that we're glad are gone?
God damn, dude. CD changers, bro. Especially the ones that were in your trunk or was in the glove box.
Yes. It's great, like, oh dang, I need new songs. I don't like the song anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Park.
Yeah, park.
Open your trunk, take out your CD changer,
put a new one in.
flip through your CDs and shove them back in. There it is.
Speaking of CDs, what I also don't miss, Jeff, freaking CDs that are navigation systems that ran on CDs, bro. Like, it's been 2 years and now your navigation system's out of date, but you in order to get the new one, you have to buy like the new CD for like $100. So dumb, dude. Like,
I'm glad those are gone. I'm so glad for like internet updates and everything.
yeah, that's the good thing about technology. Where it's like stupid shit like that. Why do you have to get out of your car to change a damn CD? Like, it's like that should not be a thing. Another thing I hate, Jeff?
What?
Every single American car made from the mid 90s to about the mid 2000s. Holy shit, was that a dark time in American car history, man?
Car features we miss. Every single 90 to mid 2000s car. American car.
American. Because the Germans and the Europeans, they were still doing things rather well.
Yeah, Japanese were making their way in the world.
This is when Japanese were the come up now, because America just decided to take a dump on design and, making new things. So the Japanese are like, all right, we could do it better.
One of the things I hate the most from that era is, do you know those old like Cadillacs and Lincolns and whatnot?
Yeah.
They decided to have this fancy roof option where they would wrap the top of your car in vinyl to make it look like a convertible, even though it wasn't a convertible.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
Why? I guess it was cool to have a freaking convertible, but not really a convertible back then.
I don't understand. You don't get the benefits of a convertible. And for most of history, people have been trying to hide
the fact that it's a convertible.
Exactly, yeah. They're trying to blend it into the body. Why the heck would you be like, yeah?
These days you have hardtop convertibles because people don't want it to look like a convertible. It's useless. You know which car, to me, Jeff, literally defines this era of American manufacturing and how shitty it was?
Which car?
Take a look at this photo I just sent you of the 2004 Mustang. Bog standard Ford Mustang. Look at that, Jeff. Hey guys, just I'll tell Jeff to post a photo of this or something, or just Google it. Just look at a 2004 Mustang in green that was a convertible and was bog standard.
That's a tasty car.
Mustang used to be this, icon. It used to look amazing and incite the wow and thrills and American muscle and pony car. And then in 2004, they're like, we're literally going to decide to make the Mustang the most ugliest thing out of Detroit.
Yeah, I think the worst thing about this, is that in the 60s and the 70s, America was the king of making cars.
Yeah, they were,
right?
Yeah.
Like back in the 60s, Americans made these big, beautiful cars. They were huge.
Yeah.
Pointlessly huge almost, but they looked amazing. The interiors were beautiful.
Exactly.
If you wanted the most expensive, most luxurious car, you didn't buy a Rolls Royce.
Nope.
You didn't buy a Mercedes.
Nope.
You bought a Cadillac.
You bought a Cadillac, bro.
That was the gold standard. And look where Cadillac is now.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said Cadillac because it's not just Ford. Like that for me, that the Mustang that I'm talking about kind of defines what they. I don't know what they were thinking in that era, but every single car manufacturer was doing the same thing from America. Whether it was Dodge or Cadillac or Ford or everyone.
You know, we're starting to sound like those people that I was talking about at the beginning of the show who are like, new cars are getting worse.
No, I mean, I think American cars now are amazing. Like, look what Ford is doing. You know, look what Dodge is doing.
I swear, if you bring up the freaking Hellcat wide body again,
SRT's the new M. So, you know, look at what these guys are doing. You know, like it's a lot better now. It's a lot better.
With that being said, shall we take a break and
talk about our sponsor?
Yes, that thing.
Yeah.
What was it? The sponsored break.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Man, I'm hungry. Sorry.
Yeah, let's go to that.
All right. Welcome to our sponsored break. Parth,
Hello.
what is our sponsor?
Our sponsor is Sapien, which is a blockchain-based social network that rewards users for high-quality content with cryptocurrency. Sign up today at www.sapien.network to start earning today. And thank you to Sapien again for sponsoring our show. And thank you for continuing to sponsor our show. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And also, as always, our show is sponsored by ourselves.
That's
so
right.
you can go check us out at the curbsidepodcast.com. There you'll find a link to everywhere you could listen to us, a blog that hasn't been updated in a millennia, and then also links to all our socials. So go check that out. And if you want to sponsor our show, if you are a kind giver like that, you could email us at thecurbsidepodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you're a saint. If you're not doing that, then you're not a saint. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, Parth, shall we
Yes.
get back to the news?
I mean, if we don't, then like somebody's gonna get pissed.
Yeah, true.
So let's get back to it.
Now that we got you loose, oh, I can hear the birds waking early to say.
All right.
Hello.
Let's do the news.
Yeah.
Parth, what do you got in terms of news?
Well, Jeffrey.
Yes.
So you know the Super Bowl's coming this Sunday. Well, by the
Yes.
time you guys listen to the Super Bowl, will have happened this past Sunday.
Yes.
The 49ers versus the Chiefs in Miami. Kind of hyped because, you know, it's Bay Area team. Go 49ers. Not a huge football fan, but, you know, when a Bay Area team does well, you got to at least, you know, give them some support, you know. But, yeah, so go 49ers. But,
Sorry, guys, I know nothing about sports.
So the 49ers are playing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, Jeff, this Sunday.
Okay, anyway, we're not a sports podcast. Let's talk about cars. What does this have to do with cars?
Listen, what is the big thing that happens during the Super Bowl? Which people like you who don't watch sports, why do they tune in?
Ads.
Yes. There you go.
Oh, yay!
All the companies, you know, they do like these huge adverts and, you know, special ads just for the Super Bowl game. So Porsche is doing one this year. And you can actually check it out. It's already on YouTube and stuff. It has like 7 million views already. It's called Porsche the Heist. It's this advert about these security guards working at the Porsche Stuttgart Museum. And somebody steals the newest Taycan. And then they see like everyone, all the security guards running into different Porsches to go and chase the guy down. Like somebody's jumping in a GT2 RS, somebody's jumping in a GT3, a 918, the Carrera GT, Porsche Carrera 4S, and then there's like a new guy there. And I didn't even know this, Jeff. Apparently Porsche made tractors at some point.
Yeah, apparently. I didn't know that either. I thought that was Lambo.
I didn't know that either. So he's like the new guy. They give him the tractor from the museum to go drive. But it's a fantastic ad, dude. You watched it?
Yeah, definitely, because you sent it to me before the show.
Yeah,
You shoved it in my face. Go watch it. Go watch it. I was like, fine, I'll watch it. It's a lot of fun.
It is. I mean, by
It is a
now
lot
you
of
guys
fun.
would have probably seen it if you hadn't, because of the Super Bowl. If you're watching the Super Bowl, but the reason why I like kind of specifically want to talk about this is so Porsche had told various like car news outlets that there's a hidden surprise in the ad for people if you catch it. At the 44-second mark, in the background, there's two cars up on lifts. One is an older 911. I think it's the one that set the record. You know, the really cool Porsche. You know, I forgot what it's called. Anyway, and then I think it's called a 928. Yeah, that one. So I think they have a 928 on it, and then right behind it there's a blue 911, and it looks exactly like the GT3 from last year, but apparently it's the new 992, Jeff. They teased it. They were like, ooh, here's the new 992.
There's really no point in teasing a new Porsche 911. Let's be honest. In order to see the differences, you have to use a magnifying glass.
Dude, honestly, yeah, I saw that, and I was like, somebody who's a hardcore Porsche fan, only he was the one who pointed this shit out. Because everybody else would have been like, yeah, it looks like a GT3.
Right?
Looks like a 991, a 991.2 GT3. But there's that one guy who knows every bolt on a Porsche, and he was like, nope, that's a different GT3. So if you guys want a little teaser of how the new 992 GT3 is going to look like, I don't want to burst your bubbles. It looks exactly the same, but you can take a look at it on the advert at 44 seconds into the ad. I guess the wing's a little different, Jeff.
I guess. I mean, does that... Yeah, just go to the old one and put the different wing on it.
I mean,
like, what?
The freaking wheels are the same too, dude. At least
seriously,
have new wheels.
At least have some new wheels. Right?
Yeah.
Granted, those wheels do look cool. I like those wheels a lot.
I mean, it looks fantastic, but like the new, I hate it when Porsche says new. All your shit looks the same, except for your exotic, hypercar.
In other news, I want to talk about the Fisker Ocean. Have you heard of this?
I heard that Fisker's making a comeback.
Yeah, it's a really interesting thing going on with Fisker.
Okay.
Company history. Fisker, Henrik Fisker, the designer of some of the most beautiful cars out there, the Aston Martin DB9.
Yeah.
That was his work.
Yeah.
And the Vantage, I think. Or, I don't know, I might be getting that wrong. He went out and decided to start a new age electric car company way back when called Fisker. And they made a car called the Karma, which was basically a super expensive, better looking Chevy Volt. And that didn't sell very well. So Henrik Fisker left that company, but the name Karma got bought up by a Chinese subsidiary or something like that.
Okay.
They bought the Karma name. Okay? So they're making the original Fisker Karma still and designing more like fancy sports car concept things. Meanwhile, Henrik Fisker has gone off and started his own company called Fisker, the original Fisker brand.
Hold on. So there's two Fiskers?
Yes. So there's Karma,
Okay.
and there's Fisker. I got very confused by this.
Okay,
but
I'm
anyway,
confused.
yeah. So Fisker is a different company from Karma now. Just get that straight. Anyway,
That's so... Okay.
so Fisker, instead of going for the high-end $100,000 weird car thing, has now decided to go for the everyday consumer. This came out over, I think, the Christmas season. It's called the Fisker Ocean. It's Fisker's new all-electric SUV. Have you seen it, Parth?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Space Age. Looks cool. I like it, to be honest.
It looks cool. It looks kind of generic-ish. Honestly, when I saw it, I wasn't too interested in the way it is, right?
Interior looks nice.
The interior looks pretty nice. It's a nice-looking car, but
You know what it
nothing really
reminds me of?
special. What?
The Range Rover Evoque.
Oh, yeah, kind of, actually. Yeah.
Right? I feel like the headlights are actually directly off of the Range Rover Evoque. And the taillights. Holy shit. Bro, this is a Range Rover Evoque.
Yeah, it doesn't look that special, to be honest. But the thing that caught my eye about this car is, okay, the cost of it.
Yes.
It's going to be $37,499 to start.
Yeah.
But unlike Tesla, who has sold a lot of cars, Fisker as a new brand still qualifies for the $7,500 government tax incentive.
Ooh.
Making this car, buying it brand new, $30,000. Cheaper than a Model 3.
Yeah. I'll get this.
This being cheaper than a Model 3 is not that I'm hating on Tesla. I don't know if you are, Parth. But not that I'm hating on Tesla. But this is more car in terms of space, right?
Yeah.
In terms of material overall.
Yeah.
This is incredible, actually. A lot of people are going to be able to afford this.
And I see over here that you can get 250 to 300 miles on a single charge. And they're starting direct deliveries starting 2022. This is fantastic. And they have a subscription service, too, if you're into that.
Yeah, so the subscription service, here it is. It's $379 a month for 30,000 miles a year.
That's not bad, dude. That's actually pretty good.
It's cancel anytime. It includes maintenance. this is pretty good. Very affordable.
And it's different from your bog standard Teslas. You know, if you're looking to be a little unique in the EV game.
Yeah, I mean, if this comes out according to plan and according to everything that it's saying right now, this would be a good way to get a lot of people into the electric car market.
Honestly, I kind of really like it because it looks like a Range Rover Evoque, and I like the Range Rover Evoque. I hope it looks like this, like the photo on their website.
If I can't get my Rivian, I'll get one of these because it's 30 grand, you know?
Yeah, I mean, your Rivian, they had some news that said they start at 60-something thousand.
Oh, speaking of which, news with Rivian.
Yes.
Rivian originally priced its R1T and the R1S, their electric SUVs and trucks, to start at $69,000.
Yeah.
Which is steep.
Yeah.
So we got news this week recently that $69,000 is actually going to be for a well-equipped car.
Oh.
Which means the base price might be a little bit cheaper, which is nice.
Yeah, that's nice. That's not bad for that kind of car, honestly. How much shit Rivian is putting in it.
Yeah, so that's good news for me, because I want one.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, that's good. Don't have to save up that hard.
I still have to save up hard, because
Yeah,
it's probably
yeah,
going to
yeah.
be like 50-something thousand.
Exactly.
Or 60-something thousand, to be honest. I don't know. But, all right, I'm going to close off this week with, I don't know, news that might make you sad.
Oh.
We know that there's been rumors of an RX-9.
Yes.
But there have also been rumors that this new RX-9 will not have a Wankel rotary engine. But instead, a 350 to 450 horsepower turbo inline six.
It's a BMW?
Or a Supra.
Which is a BMW.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I don't know how... That's very interesting news.
That's the defining feature of an RX car.
So I also kind of like heard of something about this, and I heard, you know, Mazda, we talked about this in a few episodes back, that they're still looking for a way to try to get the Wankel as an, because right now they're coming out with a car that might have the Wankel as like a hybrid system, so as like a power generator. But the guy said that, hey, that we might try to put the Wankel into an actual car for the main engine. But like I understand if they can in this day and age. I understand. Because the Wankel engine is not an efficient or good engine, technically.
Yeah, no, it's highly inefficient.
It is a very inefficient
very
engine.
And very fragile.
Yeah, and it eats oil, eats gas, doesn't make horsepower for what it should be. I mean...
What? Wait,
actually,
hold on.
I reversed
Excuse
it.
me.
I reversed
Excuse me. Doesn't make horsepower as... What? A 1.3
I
liter
guess-
Wankel engine could make 240
As you can
horse.
see, I fucked up. I meant the other way around.
Yes.
But like, it's just not in this day and age with efficiency and all that shit. I don't think they can do it unless you make the Wankel better. Which, how do you do that?
Yeah, definitely. But it's just the defining feature of an RX car. It's that smooth driving experience. It's that lightness.
You get the smoothness with that inline six. It's still butter.
Yeah, it's not like
It's not
whipped
like a
cream,
sewing
though.
machine, high
Yeah,
revving.
exactly. It won't be the same, you know, and it won't be as light.
Yeah, that's also true. But they're putting 350 to 450 horsepower in it. That's M3
Imagine
range.
it was a Wankel though.
Yeah.
700 horsepower
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
1.3.
And then maybe a turbo thrown in to make it 800.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I'm still holding out hope for the
I gave up.
the rotary too. I guess you're more logical, to be honest.
If they just want to like say fuck everyone, like Mazda's just like fuck everyone, we're just gonna do this. Fuck the government, fuck the EPA, fuck whatever. We're making a Wankel. We're making a dual Wankel, dual rotor, twin turbocharged RX-9. Then
Yes.
I would just be like, Mazda's the best brand ever. You know.
Yeah, seriously. All right, but with that terrible disappointment, let's end the show. I just want to say thanks to everyone who constantly listens every week. We really appreciate your listenership, and we're glad to be on a normal-ish recording schedule
Yeah,
now.
thank you for listening. Tell your friends, God damn it.
Yeah, if you guys like this show, please go share it with your friends. Anyone who likes cars, your dad, your uncle, your mom, your sister, someone. Even if they don't like cars, just share it with them.
Yeah, I was going to say, even if they don't like cars, just share the damn video, bro. I mean, the podcast.
And yeah, you could tell them you could find us anywhere you listen to podcasts, anywhere you eat your podcasts. You can find us. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all that jazz. On our page, the curbsidepodcast.com, you'll find our Libsyn page, link to our Libsyn page. That gives you all those links right there.
So Jeffrey gave me extra responsibility this week about telling you guys where to find us on the socials. So we're on the Twitters, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, exactly. I said the Facebooks. Yeah, we're on there. Twitter is the only one that's different from the other ones. It's at the Curbside Pod.
At Curbside
At
Pod.
Curbside Pod. I'm still new to this, guys. New responsibilities, new duties. I'm on training right now.
Everything else is the Curbside Podcast.
Yeah, honestly, you put in a Google search, you probably get everything. Usually I do, so, I mean...
Yeah.
Might be biased though, but so check us out on socials. Hit us up, send us a message, tweet us, whatever we'll reply. We'll say what's up. Tell us your opinions about our strong opinions that we have about different car related subjects.
And also tell us if you want us to talk about anything specific.
Yeah, any kind of specific topics or anything. One more thing, want to thank Kid Dope for the intro and outro to our show. And the name of the song is Fast Cars and Wild Hearts. So thank you to him.
Yeah.
I hit it. I got it. I might get the job next week, boys. I might get the job.
And with that being said, guys, as always, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Part. Thanks for listening, guys.
And remember, drive safe, and life is too short to drive boring cars.
Drive fast cars.
Or, yeah.
Bye.